Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Great. That's the voice of Dr. Dr. Osai Kwapong. Yeah. Hello, Frank Davies. Please unmute your mic.
Yes, Dad.
Great.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Morning. Good morning.
Great.
Samson.
Right. Maybe I should begin with you. What do you make of the? We will hold on with oral because Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, who is at the helm of it, will join us at 9. So when he joins us, then we can look at those issues. What do you make of the developments regarding the re-collation issues that is bringing us some, difficulties?
Well, good morning once again to your cherished and esteemed viewers and listeners. And good morning to my co-panelist, Oliver. I haven't seen in quite a while. And Madam, good morning. I would have thought that with the court, so to speak, having finally settled the matter by way of the application which was moved on Friday, there's seemingly differences and challenges would cease, but it would seem as if we still have a little bit of a problem. I don't know why, but I'm told, I haven't seen any process yet, but I'm told that Eduji Tamaklo, who was in court for the NDC on the day the ruling was handed, has subsequently filed a motion in the Supreme Court. I don't have access to that process. I don't know whether you have it to Samson.
Yes, I've seen a certiorari application and a different application for a stay.
Oh, okay. I haven't had the benefit. Okay, so as it is, I don't know the terms and the orders being sought in that. Of course, for certiorari, we all know it's clear. It's to push whatever ruling has been handed. But the other applications that have been filed, I don't know the extent and content of the reliefs being sought. But I thought that today would be the final day for the collation, and let's borrow the re-collation of the pending constituency parliamentary results. Be that as it may, I don't know what effect the processes that have been filed in the Supreme Court, the effect they will have on the orders handed by the court. I have not had the benefit of a read, so I can't be too certain what they are. But if what I'm reading is anything to go by, the EC is poised to commence the process today with security provided by the National Election Security Task Force. So I will want to believe that all things being equal, the exercise would continue today.
Right.
But Samson,
Senior, are we going back to the Tesano Police Training School?
I wouldn't know where the police have authorized for the exercise to continue. Yeah. But I'm still inclined to believe.
And understand it's at the old EC head office.
The old EC regional head office at Rich. Yes, I read so.
Right.
I read so at Rich, the regional office. But Samson, let me say something in passing. Honestly, Samson, I have been very, very bothered and worried about what has gone on in the last couple of days or weeks. And I'm speaking from a background knowledge of being physically present at the Regional Collation Center on Monday, the 9th of December. I was at the Regional Collation Center in my capacity as head of Legal Directorate of the Baumia 2024 campaign, and also as chairman of the Constitutional and Legal Committee of our party, to supervise the continued collation of the results of the parliamentary elections in Okakwe Central, Abikuma North, and Dom Kwabenya. I was there with some other officers of the party, and Samson, should be told, what happened there, to be very mild with language, was a complete disgrace to our democracy. I'm sure you saw footage of what was going on television, because your team, the Joy FM team, was there.
Yeah.
Look, Samson, it is only by providence. I'm telling you frankly that I'm still alive. Because what happened there was scary. At a point in time, I was there with the Venerable McMenu, our revered Federal, and Ambassador Edward Watson. We all were constituent heads of the directorate of the campaign. And Samson, the NDC sympathizers or supporters had besieged the room, had virtually overpowered the police, and at a point in time, they held the keys to the room. So you couldn't go out without their express permission or consent. And the chaos in the room. There was one particular gentleman, I don't want to mention his name, because I want to preserve his identity. But maybe when the investigations unfold, we will all see who. There was this particular gentleman who was so rancorous, so boisterous. I don't know what had gone into him. And at a point in time, he and others literally held the returning officer, threw him from a stage that he was, dragged him, and hit him in his chair to declare the results. Look, we were all there, and really could not understand what was going on. Much as his other colleagues were trying to calm him down, I don't know whether it was a show of bravado for everybody to see that he was doing something spectacular. And we were there, the four of us, with our candidates, with our candidate, because Patrick Boama, the incumbent MP, for risk of his own life, didn't show. It was only our PC for Ablikuma North, Ekuafri, who was still in the room, but the officers for Patrick Boama were there. And then Dom Kwabenya, we had been advised by the returning officer that the process had been stalled and that we will hear from them. So Makokwe and his group also left, and we were there. But I must, at this stage, it will lie ill in my mouth, and I'll be doing the service to this gentleman if I don't mention his name. I must doff my hat this time around for Dr. Otokuno. But for him, what will have happened will have been disastrous.
What did he do?
He had to calm down some of the irate and angry. At one point in time, one of them said to me that you have been coming on television, radio, and speaking big English for the MPP. This time around, we'll teach you a small lesson. But I remained very calm.
That's a criminal
because
threat.
I knew it was, well, Samson, at the spare and in that moment in the room, there was nothing you could do to justify any action by the police or so, because the police themselves have been overpowered. So I said to him, really, why? Have you staged a coup d'etat? This is a process we are all supervising. So what are you threatening him with? I couldn't be bothered, but I was there. Meanwhile, the imminent fear of being lynched was real. It was Dr. Otokuno, at the peril of him getting even beaten by his own sympathizers, who calmed down the situation. Later on, he was joined by Eduji Tamaklo, Adaudu, Amaliba, Adekoka. I think later on, Agbeshiwoyome also came. And we started exchanging pleasantries and they spoke to their people. But the atmosphere, Samson, was charged. And I just cannot understand why our friends on the other side will think that with this challenged atmosphere, results could have been declared. Indeed, the results that was declared for Kakwe Central was declared without 31 polling stations. And as to how they came to that conclusion that you can declare results for parliamentary constituency, parliamentary election by just collating 161.
Did I lose Frank Davies?